Welcome, everybody, to what should be a memorable experience for everybody here in the building. The Big 12 Championship game has a history of wild, dramatic finishes, and based on this matchup today, we could be in for another one. There's a lot more at stake than a championship trophy here today. There's playoff positioning and potentially just getting into the playoff on the line as well, so the stakes have never been higher. As we'll see the number 25 team in the country, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, taking on the third-ranked team, the Arizona Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Kickoff team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So Arizona's offense comes on the field first today. And the focus, of course, on this quarterback, Kirk. This guy just has the it factor. He is him, as they say.
Well, Chris, we've had a chance to watch this guy closely all year. And I don't know if I've ever seen a kid throw the football like this guy. His awareness in and out of the pocket is special. He's a unique quarterback and a really dynamic player.
Solid run. They'll bring it down at the 28-yard line.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And now the running back's got it again. Looks like Arizona will have the first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
First down here for this offense. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They've got him down out near the 40.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Quarterback unaware of the play clock. That'll cost them 5. Second down play coming up. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
And this time it's complete. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42. This Arizona offense is moving quickly down the field. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Here comes the 7th play of a good-looking opening drive, but it's third down now. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the catch. Tackled across midfield at the 48. Good enough for a first down. Offense sets up for play number 8 on this drive. Ball handed off and tackled after a small pickup there. Second down after that run on the previous play. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Tackle made after just a short gain. Impressive opening drive. The 10th play coming up. It's third down. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. Checks this down to the running back. He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a first down.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big third down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
On the opening drive that will not end. We've got a third down play coming up. From the shotgun, drops back. Makes a quick catch. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage.
If that cornerback's going to have outside leverage on third down, he's basically giving you the quick slant. Good read and a nice throw for the first.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. He's got some room. Can he get there? Tackle just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run.
Well, this offense was looking for a big play, and I think this quarterback's eyes lit up when he realized there's nobody in front of him. He takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Offense facing second and goal. They'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Conference championship pressure, they just grind away. Beautiful execution on that methodical drive.
Man, I can't think of a better stage than a conference championship to put together a drive like that. Moving the sticks, executing along the way, avoiding any turnover potential, and coming up with a touchdown. Great job.
PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Looks like the returner will try and field this one. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Cowboys offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. Defense makes the stop after the completion. And the Cowboys come up to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
On third down, he drops to throw. And the defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field, trying to build on a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive last time they had it. Nothing open downfield, so we'll just throw it away.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. It's caught downfield.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's third down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. There's the snap. He's looking to throw. And he lofts one deep over the middle. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Caught quickly. Tackled at the 33. That's good enough for a first down.
Nice find there by the quarterback on third down. One of the most telling stats for me at the end of the game is how you do on third down. Being a good third down team is invaluable to your team's offensive success. That's why you drill it so much in practice.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. He's got him on a crossing route. Down quickly after the catch, but the ball at the 14 sets up the red zone opportunity now.
How many first downs is that on this drive? This defense allows one or two more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Makes a quick grab. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. Well, Kirk, Arizona has the lead here. Let's check out the stats now for the opening period. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Can he get there on the ground? They bring him down after a gain. Looks like they'll spot it inches short of a first down.
Well, they tried to grind that out for those 2 yards, and they came up just short. I'm talking inches short. You know the players are going to say, hey, Coach, let's go for it. We can make it. We can make it. It's fourth down and inches. Get behind that line and go for it.
They stop him, but it's a first down.
I can really appreciate this offensive coordinator not trying to just do something crazy. You're less than a foot away from the first down line. Just punch it in and pick up a first down. That's what they call here, and it works out perfectly.
Running out of time in the pocket. They pressure him and sack him to be tackled inside the 10.
Well, that's a great job by this defense coming up with a big sack there on first and goal. The offense still has their opportunities. Let's see if they can get back on track here on second and goal.
Trying to find the end zone off the right side. And they finally stop him at the 3. The offense really threatening now.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
The pocket breaking down. And a sophomore making an impact play. So on fourth down, the decision is to trot out the field goal team. Kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive. And they add to their lead.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the Cowboys offense is back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Snags the quick throw. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. See what that's about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Here comes the handoff. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6. The Cowboys looking to run some tempo here. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking right, this one caught. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it for a big gain. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
So often we get caught up in the quarterback and the wide receivers and the skill in this game. This is another example of a nice job by the offensive line, giving the quarterback ample amount of time to be able to evaluate the defense and make a good throw. Good job up front by the big guys.
He pulls it in for a big gain. And they finally stop him down at the 5. Solid gain on that catch and run. And the Cowboys hoping to punch it in here. They have 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
You know, the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. That puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Ball at the 6-yard line now. It's 3rd and goal. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. Third down and goal for the offense. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. He's running out of time here. But just gives up on the play, throws it away, and now it's 4th down. And the field goal unit coming on the field now. They'll set up for the chip shot on the left hash mark. He knocks this one right through.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? Ball handed to the running back. Finds room at the 30. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
It's a shotgun run call. And they've got him, but there's also a flag on the play. Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. Wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. And it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried to throw that time. And the punt team now on to kick it away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And the Oklahoma State offense takes the field. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Play action here on 1st down. Defense is coming after him. That's incomplete. Even on a 1st down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. So 2nd down after the incompletion. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. And it's complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline. The Cowboys hustle to the line to crank up the tempo.
Always have to be careful on the sideline not to step out accidentally. The wide receiver does a good job here on the route to bring the ball in while on a tightrope.
It's a quick grab. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2. The offense going with the hurry up.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
3rd down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. It's a highlight reel diving catch there. This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. 2nd down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Pressure is coming. Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away. 8th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Has no one to throw to there on 3rd down, and now it's a 4th down coming up. And the Cowboys will have to punt this one away. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. And the punt goes out of bounds. The officials now will mark the spot. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. They're trying to build on their lead. They were forced to punt on the last possession. It's complete. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
That completion sets up a 2nd down play. And the quarterback dropping back. Or throwaway there. Gave up on the play, and now it's going to bring up 3rd down. See if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. And it's incomplete again. 4th down coming up. The punt team making their way on the field. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll see what he can do with the return. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. And the Oklahoma State offense is back out on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior. The timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. See if the offense can overcome that sack. 2nd and long. Short connection to the tight end here. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
And there's the handoff. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. And that sets up a return. And the coverage team able to bring him down. Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And he lofts it deep over the middle. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats. So still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. And the Oklahoma State offense is back out on the field. Are coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. The offense with some pre-snap motion. And the running back takes the handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, a first half that gave us some riveting moments, not to mention the dramatic and the unexpected. In other words, a dynamite start to the Big 12 championship. And we can't get very far into this halftime breakdown without talking about that stud linebacker. The kid's been everywhere all at once through 2 quarters. From clogging gaps to causing turnovers, he's been a one-man gang. Public enemy number 1 for that opposing sideline.
kickoff team out there now to get the second half underway. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. He'll start at the 25. And the Cowboys offense is back out on the field. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. First play of the second half is a handoff. They'll tackle him right at the 31. The Cowboys hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Second down, we're going to throw it. Bringing pressure. Just gets the pass away, but took a shot that time.
You know, I talk to defensive coordinators all over the country, and they're quick to point out the term affecting the quarterback. They kind of almost get offended when you want to talk to them about sacks. Sometimes it's just about getting into his face, affecting.
The pass is intercepted. They get him down after a short return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 43.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. Last possession, a one-play lightning strike with the big touchdown pass. Can the defense make adjustments here? The pass rush closing in. He makes the grab. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. Offense getting set. It's second down. Keeping it on the ground here. And that run produces a decent gain.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
That run sets up a critical third down play. Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
First down, looking to throw the football. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. You cannot make contact with the quarterback after that throw. That'll cost the defense. Arizona getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
I like how the offensive coordinator here is getting pretty creative. Defense is obviously expecting the pass, so he decides to catch him off guard and goes with the draw play. Going to have to be more aware of that going forward.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And he'll set up to throw. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
Chris, you see what happens when you try to squeeze it into double coverage. An incompletion is probably the best result you could hope for, because an interception is the most likely outcome when you're throwing the ball into the crowd.
He's got it right near the end zone. And he steps out of bounds close to the goal line. Couldn't quite punch it in there. The offense knocking on the door here with a 1st and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Arizona.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
They convert the PAT, so the lead is now 21. Now they get set to kick it away. Return starts from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. And the Oklahoma State offense takes the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Quick throw, the catch is made. Makes the ground, but doesn't get much. Is going to be ruled down short of the marker. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. It's an out route, the catch made. It'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Well, the defense loads up to show blitz, and anytime they bring that kind of pressure, the quarterback knows he's got to be able to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Nice job of locating the tight end for that first down.
Tackle behind the line, it's a loss of 2. And the Cowboys will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Again, thrown out of the RPO, it's complete. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain. Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down. The Cowboys will line up to kick it away. And they'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. And they've got the returner corralled. Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. This has been a dominant performance so far, up double digits at the break, building on the lead here in the second half. And looking to throw now on first down. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Arizona has now moved into the red zone. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
They'll run it here. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Makes the catch. Can he get in? The stop made at the 5. The offense will have first and goal now.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert, and you keep working that clock.
It's a second and goal play for the offense. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And the pass is incomplete just across the goal line. So no gain on second down. Now it's third and goal from the 2. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Fighting for the end zone, but doesn't get there. They'll spot the ball at the 3. So on fourth down now, out comes the field goal unit. It was on target with his first attempt. This one just a chip shot from 20 yards away. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. After adding 3 more points to the lead, they're set to kick it off. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Oklahoma State offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? And now they run the draw play. Important second down play coming up. There's the handoff. Running with purpose. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back. Short throw, running back makes the catch behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose yardage there. The defense closed in and forces him out of bounds. They've punted 4 times already on the verge of a 5th. They can't convert this third down. Running out of time in the pocket. Running back grabs it on a screen. Defense makes the stop. The screen pass doesn't produce a first down, and now it's 4th down. And the Cowboys will send the punt team onto the field. On to kick now for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt. And the returner will be brought down. To begin the drive here, set up at the 30. They'll run it from the gun. And he's brought down short of the line to gain in what should be the last play of this third quarter. Well, Kirk, Arizona has the lead here. And they got to be feeling pretty good about things as we wrap up the third quarter. Let's review how we got here. And now entering the final period of play is... comeback in store. They're going to find out. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. The back's got it on a counter. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Ball handed off. The defense. They stop it right at the line.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Now it's second down here. He'll hand it off. Breaks loose at the 45. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given the quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whatever we feel like doing.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Handoff here from the shotgun. Gets some space around the 30. Touchdown, Wildcats. And the route is on.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play call, and continuing to put points on the board.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. Here's the kickoff team now, set to move this one away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Oklahoma State offense is back out on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The pocket breaking down. And he just throws it away there. Safe move. Had nobody open.
Chris, on this play, he has nobody open. It's better than taking a sack. He doesn't get intentional grounding because where he threw it, there was an intended receiver. I think there's no harm, no foul here.
And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. He's running out of time here. Sacked. It's a loss back to the 6.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
Turner brought down. Sets up the next drive. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. This group has been rolling up double digits at halftime. They've just built on that lead here in the second half. Running through the tackle. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
The defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Not much on that play, brought down short. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. 3rd down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
Flips it to the running back, but he's got work to do. Tackled at the 33. That's good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. They'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. This Arizona offense is moving quickly down the field. A handoff to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but it is third down and long. And the offense will just take a knee. What an amazing run these guys have had, and now they can call themselves champions of the Big 12 and become a piece of the history of that great conference. And now with the playoff spot locked up, we get to see what they can do against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.